All right, guys, we're jumping in to do some install videos for the xMacro 15 base pad. So there's the two versions right here. These are 15 round magazines, and we have a mag flare compatible version. So if you have your mag flare on there and you want to run a 15 round mag, you get the tapered or magwell compatible version. The reason you do that is because this version without a magwell, it's okay, it's great, it'll function. So if you want that and you don't want a magwell, you're not sure, you can get this. But this version looks just so much cleaner than the magwell version. Got the texture matching, lining up. Got a little ledge right here so that you can strip that out. Boom, strip it out if it's jammed. So there you go, see that difference right there? You don't have the little back piece and you get this taper on here, and then you have a different texture. And the point of that is it's just a little bit better texture if you really need to get your finger on there. Like that is very good texture to be able to pull it out. That's what she said. Anyway, those are the two versions of the xMacro 15 adapters. So make sure you select the right one. Let's just real quick show you the install. The tapered version is very simple. It's the same as taking off the base pad. Just click the detent, take off the original one. Again, keep your finger there so your stuff's not flying everywhere. Grab the base pad, slide it back on the way you just took it off. And then that detent, it won't be flush because this is a little bit thicker than the 15 round ones. And then boom, there you go. Super simple, that one. And so really we want to talk real quick about the install method on the part that's the two-piece part. You see here you've got kind of a tab system like some of our other 15 round base pads. All right, so I'm going to take this apart, kind of show you. You get a reverse here. So this is a good tight fit. I do that on purpose. Here we go. All right, so you got your magazine, you took your factory base pad off or whatever you had on there, and it's a little bit, it's not hard, it's just you gotta go through that spring. So you go around that spring, and you wanna make sure, let's get a little pointer in here, you wanna make sure that the metal magazine is touching the polymer base pad. You don't wanna leave the gap because then it won't actually engage. So once you do that, once it's flat, you can kind of put your finger in there and then take the insert with the logo out, and then you're just sliding it into those metal grooves right there. And then I'm gonna slowly release my finger, push it in, you heard the clip, click, and then there you go. And if you want, it could, because of the tight fit and the tight tolerances, if you need to do a little tap, what I do is I put this over the edge of the desk or bench. So that's hanging over the edge, and I'll give this a little tap, nothing crazy. You know, you got a mallet, not a hammer. You don't want to mark it up, but then you just give it a little tap. It's seated, but you can get it sometimes even further back if it's sticking out a little too much. So there we are, guys. And then while we got you, let's show you the difference between the length look on these mags. Let me grab another gun. Oh shoot, guys, how many do we got here? Let's just fill the screen with macros. That's a good question, guys. In the comments, real quick, what's a macro? Is a macro anything with this frame, or is it anything with this particular slide? What's your thoughts? Or does it have to have that slide and that frame? In my opinion, I call anything a macro that has the macro frame, because this slide existed before the macro. It was just the XL Spectre comp slide. And so this is just taking that slide and put it on a new grip frame. So in my opinion, when you have the macro grip module, that's a macro, whatever slide you put on it, just a vanilla slide or what. Anyway, let's go ahead and show you that comparison. And a lot of people are asking for it. So here we got our 17 round mag, and here we got our 15 round mag with that adapter base plate. And so we don't have an optic on here, but you can kind of see what's going on. And I've got some of my prototype Pro ledges on here. These are very close to coming out, so go ahead and drop some hype if you're interested in those. Don't pay attention to me laser stippling this, just practicing, getting some ideas. But there we are. You can kind of see that. Yeah, you're losing, it's gonna be a little bit longer up front. You're losing a couple rounds, but if you have your 15 round mag and you really are enjoying your macro frame, then you wanna kind of keep the macro frame and keep the 15 round mag. It still works, it still cycles. So here you go, you get the front, and let's flip this over and get the back. Got a small and a medium on here. And there's the back. You can kind of see it's almost the same. I would think the 17 just sticks slightly lower, but in the front, the 15 sticks out more. And so there you are. And of course, while we're here, you know, we've got all sorts of options now, and we're growing constantly. This is our +2. So when you have your 17 +2, you have 19 +1 in your gun here. So that's an amazing feat there. Factory spring, works great. And we have our flat base pad. So still 17 rounds, but it's aluminum and aluminum. These two are polymer, but these are aluminum because we wanted to add that back. We needed the rigidity. The 17 round mags curl outward, and so you kind of need that stronger magazine. And especially if you're running a macro, this is such a good size even for like a competitive shoot or whatnot. And that's why we got the Magwell. That's also available, but has sold out twice really quick. We've doubled our orders. We're working through that kind of stuff, guys, and we're gonna get this stuff coming to you really quick. Our triggers should be in stock any day now. If they're not while you're watching this, they should be really soon. So there we are, guys. Go check out some of our other videos. We've got even our 10 round adapters are out now, and our 12 round adapters, so that they'll work in your macro. So that's kind of what we wanted to look at, these two base pads here. So let's clear off all the others, just to give you guys that idea and a little bit of that install method, considering this one's a little bit different than just your standard slide on. But yeah, tell us what you think, show some love, and you know, share this. Our word of mouth. We obviously don't get promoted by YouTube or Google because it's gun related. So the more you can share or comment or like or follow or anything here or on our Instagram, greatly appreciated. Thanks so much, guys. Peace.